Hey folks, Landstryder here, and welcome back to another episode of Diary of a Technowizard on the Primus server, playing the Unabridged Modpack. Today I've got some really cool stuff to show you, updates to the base, and then we're going to get into maybe a little bit of Thaumcraft and maybe a little bit of building, maybe a little bit of fixing up the blood altar. I haven't quite got it done down there. Alright, so if we look around here, there's nothing changed up here. I just wanted to start up here so I could show you all the cool stuff that's been going on. So if we look down at my altar, you can see that I've gone ahead and decorated it a bit with some chiseled arcane stone. Around the edges, that's the brains, some purple glowy runes, and in the middle is the infernal arcane. I think it came out pretty good, and I've finally gotten rid of that cobblestone floor that I had on this level for practically forever. Finally gone. People seem to think that the quarry stone was good, and I definitely agree. I like the quarry stone for this level. Now, I think I'll probably leave the living stone up for the upper levels, and I'm thinking I'm going to close off this hole. You can actually see that I've actually closed the hole above it. Yeah, I think I'm going to close off this hole, and then I'll have the middle of this room to work, space to work with extra. So, and maybe even get a little bit of tanning today. I got so many things to do, to catch up, or to keep up my magic. What else down here? Okay, well, I've got my Viz network, coming around the edge of the room now. You see that I've put up some Viz relays. I rearranged where the lamps are at again, trying to get everything lit up without having to use torches everywhere. Occasionally, I will get this thing where this Viz relay doesn't show the connection to that one, but there is actually a connection between those two. It's hard to even show it without having something that's how full charged already. But I moved or added more crystals to the top. Got rid of the crystals on the bottom because I wanted to be able to actually walk through here. Candles you don't collide with candles, so you can walk right past those. So I want to be able to easily walk into the center here. I've actually got an infusion ready to go here real soon. I don't know if I have the materials or not. So what I'm trying to put together is a wand focus of warning, because I'm going to want to use that to make myself a wither cage over in the nether. And I'd rather I know I could make reinforced material from Ender IO, and there's also one from Blue Power that's witherproof. But I'd rather just be able to witherproof any material. That way I can make it look however I want. And there's some other reasons I want to have one of these. So I don't know if I have enough. I don't think I have any Tudeman. So I'll probably have to break down some armor pieces or something. Yeah, I don't got any Tudeman over here. Alright, well anyway, that's set up. I'll get it done. Probably not on camera today, but you can see that's the next diffusion that I'm going to set up. I also set up myself another alchemical, or another automated alchemy setup over here. And I built this thing from Automagy. That is the alchemical boiler, which allows me to break down liquids like you do in the regular alchemical furnace to get the essentia out of it. And it also benefits from the same things that speed up the alchemical furnace. You can actually, what I'm doing here, let's go ahead and put that in there. And the other thing I need to put in there is some glass in the furnace over here. Hopefully that's not going to cause too much problem with it being. Nope, doesn't look like it. That's kind of neat. I like to. It kind of poofs. So I'm going to give myself a bunch of vitrolus and a bunch of aqua. And the reason I need all that is because I'd like to get into thaumic energistics really soon. But if we look in here, I don't have a ton of quartz. I don't have a whole lot of Certus quartz. The reason I don't have like a whole lot of it is even though I've done a considerable amount of mining, the problem is that Certus quartz spawns up close to the surface. You can see that it doesn't even spawn below Y49, and the best Y level is actually the surface, 62. So I don't do much mining up at that level, so I haven't built up very much of it. But thanks to Atomic Energistics, I can quartz duplicate with some aqua and some vitreous. So all I really got to do, I probably should separate these pipes. It might go a little faster, but I'm not sure. Let's find out. So if I throw that in there, tell it to duplicate it, see how fast it spits it out. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It's not gonna, because it's not gonna pull through those pipes because there's two different things over there. So let's get our tubes out. I think it'll be okay to have these side by side. I just need a to do this, and then I can take my wand and disconnect that like so, and then now it should pull out of there, right? Yeah, it says it needs aqua. It's got the aqua. It needs the vitreous. Any day now. Is it gonna do it? It might not like the fact that these are like right beside each other. Well, if I'm gonna lose anything, I'd rather lose the water, because water's cheap. Let's kind of fill up our thing out of there. Got plenty of aqua. Just suck that out. And then I'm going to move this over to the other side here in a second. So I made myself another infinite water source to provide water for this. I haven't showed you the downstairs yet, what I've done down there yet. So I still got to do that. Still got to go take a look down there. So let's bring this over here. It's still pumping out aqua. Yeah, I don't think it likes the fact that it's that it's right there, that it's you know, let's not worry about all that. Okay, we're gonna lose a little bit of water. Oh well. As long as we don't lose our elementum. That's what I'm trying to say. That should get it filled back up with water, and it's going again. Good. Okay, let's just get rid of all these pipes real quick. Which probably means I should have built this one over, but it's not. This is probably more temporary than anything. So let's. There, it's going. Now it's happy. Let me grab a chest so I don't have to stand here and pick these up. There we go. Chest. Where'd it go? There it is. We'll just throw that down right there. And there we go. I'm going to get lots and lots of Certus quartz now. I'm going to duplicate it. Which is perfect. Okay. Now, the problem is I need to get a charger or something. So, let me look in here at the Atomic Energistics, because I want to power my Atomic Energistics right off the bat with this special vibration chamber. How hard is that going to be? So I need like a diffusion core. Okay. The diffusion core is an entropy shard, some quicksilver drops, annihilation core. Oh, this is going to be rough. But you can see what I'm doing, where I'm going with this. I don't think I'm going to get it all done today, or all in this episode. It's going to have to, some of it's going to have to wait. And I'm out of vitreous, so I need to put more glass in there. So yeah, for the cost of a little bit of glass and a little bit of water, I have all the, actually, can I probably use these colored? I made some colored glass. Excuse me again. I made some colored glass thinking, what is this? I'd be able to color this beam. And unfortunately, I think that's a 1.8 Minecraft thing. So I can't color the beam. So I'll probably use that up in here. That should give me some vitreous. Right? Yeah. I think it's going to give me anything other than vitreous. There should be like 2 more bits of colored glass that I don't really need to keep around in here. There we go. Just use that up on this. Probably for as fast as this is going, I might need to hopper it. But I think you get the idea of what I'm doing here. Some more glass in that tab. All right, let's go down and take a look downstairs. So, yep, that's the beginning of my Atomic Energistics. So, first thing off is I'm going to need a lot more quartz. So, I'm starting to duplicate quartz using magic. So, let's look at the blood altar. Oh, goodness. So, down here, I went with a different color floor because I figured this is a blood altar. And, you know, just for the massive amount of things that have been killed in this area, the floor is blood-stained. So we got fitted blood-stained stone from Railcraft. Really not that expensive to make. If we look at blood-stained stone, and it's a little more washed out than these things. So I didn't want to use the blood magic bloodstone because it's bright red. And this is just a little bit muted, and I kind of like it. And I got rid of the spawner because I'm going to be working today to get that on the witches. I want to get some witches, and I want to put them down on the lower level below this. So I'm really happy with the way this looks. I mean, you guys let me know what you think, but I think it came out really nice. I did a similar thing to this pillar setup in Daybreaker, and I really liked it, so I kind of went back to that. I had to go borrow somebody's osmium compressor in order to make the glowstone blocks, but not other than that, everything else was pretty easy to make. These are micro-blocked arcane bricks. Or yeah, arcane blocks, just like those, except this is the one that the purple flashy, and then I cut it up into micro blocks, and we got some aluminum brass strips around it. I kind of like the way that it looks because it really doesn't matter what the block is occupied with. It can be micro blocks so long as that is occupied, and then the carpenter's block on top really doesn't matter to the altar at all. It doesn't care what's in the empty spaces. You can fill it up with whatever you want. So I'm pretty happy with this altar. Let me know what you guys think of it. And then over here, I've moved all the machines over here, and I've brought all my big storage devices over here. What I'm actually going to do, and then I've made some compacting drawers, which I really like. I like drawers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace all of these caches with drawers. And the reason I want to do that is because I can use a drawer controller to interface with an entire bank of drawers. I think also I'm going to move this all out from the wall a little bit so that I can go behind it and stuff. I've got lots of space on this level. So this is going to be my mass storage down here, and it's going to be all drawers. All drawers, and then right behind here I've got my remote inventory is where that's being held right now. I'm getting a little bit tired of the remote inventory constantly flickering when there's a bunch of people on or anybody's doing anything, any kind of world exploration, anything like that. So I think eventually this is going to get replaced. It's not doing it right now, of course, since I said something, but eventually this is going to get replaced with a the remote orderer from logistics pipes that's going to be tied into the applied logistics system once I get that set up. And that's all I'm going to do in the logistics pipes. It's going to be really, really just like 2 or 3 pipes, and a power acceptor or whatever it is that it takes to make it work, just so that I'll be able to order things from my applied energistics system from anywhere. And I know that I can make my applied energistics system interface with the RF tools storage modules. No problem with that. The thing about that is, though, I'm getting to the point where like almost every one of my tabs is getting close to full. I got like 280, 140, 280, 185. So yeah, my inventory is getting full. So eventually, I'm going to have more stuff than I can keep in just those four drives. What do you call those? Drives, modules, in these 4 modules. Yeah, modules. Even though, and they're the highest tier, so I can't improve that anymore. The only thing I could do would be to add more of them, and I don't know. I'd rather just go with the drives from Applied Energistics and use some kind of, like I said, the remote storage and switch over to that kind of a system. So let's go on down. I haven't done anything down here just yet, and this is what I want to work on today. So actually, there's still some places that can spawn down here, so I might need to move a few or make a few more lamps. Now I have one lamp. You can see it right up in there. There's a lamp, and that gets the center of this. But I think I'm going to actually end up taking that and bringing it down here underneath the beacon blocks, and having 4 of them instead of 1 down here on this level to make sure that everything's well lit and I don't have to worry about mom spawning. Okay, yeah, I think that's about that. So what I want to do in order to let's get some materials. So I want to make some cages that are going to contain my witches. So to do that, I want to get some bars, some iron bars. Where are they at? I could swear that I had a bunch of bars in here. I do. Well, a decent amount of bars. I'm probably going to need more. Let's actually go grab that. So yeah, right now I have no way to access all that metal when I'm away from my base because it's not in my modular tablet. Let's get a bunch of that because I know I'm gonna need it. And the other thing I'm gonna need is some slabs, I think. Some slabs. Actually, let's get what kind of wood do I have? I probably have a bunch of spruce. That'll work. I'm gonna need some carpenter blocks because I want to make hatches, carpenter hatches. And I'm thinking, let's see, how many of these? No, not pressure plates. Let's let's start with 10. How many of these do I really need? Is a good question. Okay, let's head down here. And what I want to do is I want them to be like these. I want them to be hanging cages. Now, eventually, I'm gonna start by using these iron. Okay, let's center this up. I want one. I'm gonna make like a circle of them, and it's gonna come down at least 3. Eventually, I'm gonna replace that with chains from DecoCraft, and we'll probably even get to that here in a second. So it's gonna, in order for it to actually connect to the block, I need to do that, and then I can use slabs around this. I might need to make it the floor a little bit further. I might need to cut the floor down a little bit. But that's okay because I'm gonna extend the bottom of this some more. Like I said way back, I mentioned that, and actually I need to, one of these needs to be the carpenter's hatch so that I can get in there later. And then I'm going to do bars, do that and that. These are always a pain to, oops, to place because there's such a narrow hitbox. There we go. Let's see here. Come on, place. Oh, there's one there already. That's why. I'm trying to place it where I already have. Okay, so yeah, this is actually going to end up needing to come down. If I, yeah, I was going to say, if I break that, it's going to be like outside, right? Yes. There's my cage. Here's my witch cage. And I'm going to have... That's kind of a... It's kind of a bigger... It's bigger than I imagined it at first, but that's okay. I might stagger them a little bit. So there might be one back here, and it might only hang down 2 instead of 3. And I could actually hang some from in here, too. I could have a few more in here. So I think I want to have 15 of these guys. 15 of these cages, each with its own witch in it. But I just wanted to go through the process of building that once with you guys. We can actually put these back. Seal that back up. Alright. And then that way I can open this hatch, and I got a little sliver of an area that I can actually put the witch in there. So I should have, yeah, reusable safari net. Now I'm hoping, now somebody told me that if I used a spawner, auto spawner, to spawn the witches, they would still despawn. So what I really need to do is, actually, let's get a witch. So I should have a spawner in here. I think it's this one. On this tab. I've got another spawner in here that's wisps. It's a wisp spawner. So let's so yeah, that's the witch one. So I just needed to spawn me a witch. Come on. Come out of there. Oh, it's not going to spawn a witch because it's too bright. I guess I need to take it someplace dark. Well, actually, I got some... let's just go outside. Let's just go outside, and hopefully we can find a dark cave or something. And I can also show you what's going on outside. So, you may have noticed that some of the sidewalls, in fact, actually all the sidewalls, I've gone back through and did some exchanging of blocks using my... wand of equal exchange to kind of give it, to break up the pattern a little bit, break it and give it a little bit of that randomness that I think looks really good. And so I've used cracked living rock and mossy living rock and chiseled living rock all over the place. Now the stairs are slightly different. They're just regular living rock, so they don't have that nice dark grout look in the connections or whatever. So there is a little bit of a contrast there, but I think overall it's not bad. And if we come out here, I've finished all of the parapet bottoms down here. So the only thing I need to do now is I need to build that bridge that I was talking about that's going to come up, and this is right here is going to be the main entrance, and it's going to come through this parapet. They're not oak fences. Don't pay any attention to that. They are great oak. They're actually great oak fences right here. These guys. Those are added by garden trees. The way you craft those. Recipe? It doesn't even let me show you the recipe. But it's 2 oak posts. Let me see if I can. bring up that recipe. Yeah, down here. So you make the oak posts and you add some string to it, and that gives you these oak fences. The oak post, you use a axe on a log, and it gives you 4 of the posts. So there we go. That's how those are made, and these are the great oak. I like the textures, nice and dark, contrasting, and stuff. And you can see I've got most of the windows in. I might add more windows. In fact, I definitely need to add some windows to the Britannia level. I haven't figured out how I want to do them yet. I've got like a little gap here somewhere where I can go in. Yeah. I haven't figured out how I want to do the windows on this level yet. I haven't found any way that really looks good. But the windows on this level, there's a slab on the bottom, and then there's a stair at the top from the inside. It looks pretty good. And then on these levels that are much taller, and I made 3 tall windows and across. That will eventually get some better glass, but that's okay. I think that was good for now. Eventually, it's going to get some really cool stained glass, and it might get bigger when I do that. So some slats, all these windows. I took off the little ledge that was right here. I thought it was kind of pointless, so I kind of gives it smoother look. And of course, I planted these trees. So I've got silverwood trees on each one of the parapets. And that doesn't interfere with coming up and down. You can see. You can still come up and down real easy. And I rearranged these stairs a little bit. So I used some slabs. I got rid of some of the other upside down stairs that were here. It just makes it a lot easier to navigate the steps. You don't bump your head. There's a little bit bigger gap for you to be able to get in and out and up and down those stairs. And this one is slightly different than those ones down there. It's very minimal, but I think it looks pretty good. So, and yeah, these stairs, I extended these stairs all the way down to, well, there's like a level. There's the level. Nope. Well, down one more. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get some tapestries and put them all on the walls going up this way. It's going to be like kind of a vertical museum. Get a bunch of paintings, I mean. And they'll kind of look like tapestries when I'm done. And so right here, this is my living level, my living quarters level. So I've got my ender chest and my poppet shelf here. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to make the come on, get on it. There we go. This thing, the wand focus of warding, because what I'm going to do on this level is I'm actually going to make myself a little warded vault that basically only I can enter, no matter what. So ward up the walls and use a thaumic door. I'm so sidetracked again. We went outside. Actually, let's take the fast way outside. I made myself a portable hole. That way I can just go through any wall that I want. It's very nice. Oh, good. It's dark outside, too. Let's just drop down here. Turn off that F7. I don't need that. Uh-oh. A little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh. Bugger. Oh, I should actually have some milk. My L milk. I do. Alright, there we go. Alright, now that I got my witch, there's a couple things I need to do. Oh, wow, yeah. And you can see that the torch, or the lantern in there is actually lighting up the underside of this too. That's nice. Kind of nice. But I need to do a lot more of this. A lot more, like, build down and just vary the bottom of this quite a bit so that it looks less like a bowl and more like a floating chunk of rock that this is resting on. Yeah. Let me get back in here somewhere. Why am I? Well, what am I? I could just go right into the side here. There we go. Can do that. All right, so let's put away some of this material for now. Yeah, come back to that. Come back to all that later. What I need is a name tag. Which is craftable. So some paper, some string, and a slime. Got one piece of paper ready to go. Should be... I should have some slime. I should have actually quite a bit of slime, I think. Scroll down there. There's some slime and some string. Actually, I think I need 4 string. Ugh. Stop that. There. I got enough stuff. We'll just come over here and do that. Is this thing? Yeah. All right. Okay. So watch when I put my wand in there. What's going to happen is it's going to draw a viz from way over there, and this viz is a 9. It's actually pretty decent. I just bullied this up to well, fairly decent level. It's not nearly as powerful as what my hungry node would have been, but we'll get there eventually. I got to find another one yet. And let's see, it was paper like that, something like that. There we go. Name tag. I'm gonna need an anvil, and since I don't think I have an anvil, or do I have an anvil? I might have an anvil still. Somewhere. Not in this inventory. I don't remember where I had an anvil. Well, let's make a new anvil. In fact, let's make a dark steel anvil. Oh, wait, dark steel. Because, well, first of all, I've made myself a decent amount of it because I've been using it for grinding. When I do grind stuff in there. Mainly I've been just grinding coal and redstone. So a dark steel anvil basically is the same as a regular anvil. Where did it go? Did I just... Okay. Oh, I see what happened. Let's get one more here. There we go. Dark steel anvil is... I think it's the same crafting pattern as a regular anvil, except with dark steel. Yep, there we go. A dark steel anvil is damage resistant. So basically, it does not necessarily take damage every time you use it. It has a chance to resist that damage. I'm going to put it over here by my experience, because eventually I'm going to have an enchantment room in this general vicinity. And we'll be doing all the enchanting in this area. So what I want to do is I want to name this witch, and I want to name it Imprisoned Witch. Right? Hopefully I'm spelling that correctly. It's going to cost me 5 levels. I'm going to get a name tag. So now all I need to do is come down here. I'm actually going to just use the cage that I just built. Put her in there. Can I put her in there? Yeah. Yep. Works perfect. And she's getting taking damage, but she's regenerating already. Okay, good. That is going to work. Now I'm going to put her back in there, and it's name Imprisoned Witch. Sweet. Okay, so there's one other thing I need to do, just to make sure that once I use this, I'm going to go borrow somebody's auto spawner here in a second, but there's one other thing I need to make first, and that is a jailer's, what is that? Golden Jailer's Furnace. Released creatures don't despawn normally. Released creatures will always display their name tag. Okay, maybe that's the one I want. I want that one. So I have to make a regular Jailer's, which I have to start with a single use. I don't know if if that's a... I don't know if the jailer's one is single use or not, but I guess we're going to find out. We're going to actually make that special one, and I'm already at the right level here, so I need a gas tier. Or wait, no. No. The single use ones don't take gas tier. They take slime ball, leather, and string. And oh, do I have one? I have a single use one. Yay! So that saves me one step. So now I need to make a jailer's. So that's my iron bars. Iron bars. Where did I go? Where did I go? Looking right past them. Bar? No, not car. There we go. Iron bars. Gets that, and then finally, well, I might as well go right for this. Just to, I mean, I've got gold. It's only nuggets. Actually, it's almost an ingot, but it's still not bad. So let's do that. We'll get the fancy, or the Golden Jailer's Fire Net. Seems legit. Alright, let's head over to the Nether, because there is an auto spawner over there that I think I can borrow to accomplish my goal here. This way. And I gotta say, I really like this spawner setup over here. Better than that for getting heads. I believe this was made by Thorgal. Thorgal made this. Did a pretty good job. I like it. And then I actually added 2 of those spawners that are in there now. So, because I like it when they're fast. I like something to hit, and they are pretty fast because he's got cursed earth coming up underneath 2 of them. And I imagine once he notices that I added a 3rd one, he'll come back and put a cursed earth thing underneath too. But I need to use the one that's in here, because what I can do is come in here, remove the skeleton out of there, put that in there, and I'm going to turn on exact copy yes. Now my question is this getting any essentia? It does not look like it's getting essentia, which might mean that this thing is not getting power. Well, let's it seems to have power. Let's turn it on, because I think it might not have the grinder on when the power lever is, or when the lever is switched. Say hello to Mystic. Now hopefully, let's come back around here as soon as I get one witch. Okay. It's getting power. Okay, we're getting to Essentia. Alright, it's getting there. It's going to take a minute. So as soon as this one witch spawns, we're going to grab her. I'm going to take her back and put her in my inner cage. And she shouldn't despawn, because she'll have a name tag, and then, you know, it basically says right there, release creatures don't normally despawn. I don't know what they mean by normally. If that, maybe there's like a setting or something that would allow you to actually, or in the config, to actually let them to make them despawn anyway, which you might want to do. You know, some server operators might want to do. There we go, got her. Okay, let's turn this back off. Like I said, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do this like 15 more times, or 14 more times. But this is good enough for now, just to show you what I'm up to. Alright, we don't want to go through there. We want to actually go back through our own portal. I need more speed here. You know, I'm not fast enough. In case you can't tell, that was sarcasm. And I think I might actually be able to get my character to move a little bit faster. I might be able to do that. We'll see eventually. So now I'm going to take the Jailer Safari Net. I really hope that this thing is not single use. Well, let's find out. It is single use. Okay. and then close her lid. And there she is. Of course, you can't actually see the name. That's okay. I can see it when okay, so it definitely is named. And she'll just sit there in her little cage and feed my blood altar. And now I gotta get her 14 more friends or so. 14? I don't know. We'll see. Really, just a couple might be enough. But like, I think when I go to do crafting, crafting with the blood at the blood altar, then I'm gonna want the extra ones. So, yeah, right now my blood network is down a little bit because I've been using up some while I was since I took down the spawning room with the zombies. So it won't be too long till the blood network's probably filled back up. Especially after I get more of them down there. All right, a couple more things I wanna show you that I've been doing that I did. Yeah, we're not getting. I was hoping to get into atomic energistics in this episode, but that's as far as I'm gonna get. Making the crystals. Maybe the whole next episode will be dedicated just to that. But I did find myself a chisel that will not break when you put it in an automation thing. So a bound chisel, which is basically just take a diamond chisel and throw it into the binding ritual downstairs, and I get a bound chisel. It does have to be activated, so this is drawing a small amount of LP from my blood network at any given time, but it's pretty small. So yeah, I mean it's never gonna break, and I don't have to worry about it. So I should never have to make another chisel for that again. In fact, I might make another one to replace my obsidian chisel that I carry with me, because the bound chisel can also do an area much like the obsidian and diamond chisel, the normal ones. And there you go. You can see the bug went away. That's connected again. One more final thing. It's Botania stuff. Botania related. So we get a little bit of blood magic, a little bit of Thaumcraft, and a little bit of Botania in this episode. I actually made this a while back, and I just keep forgetting to put it together. There's somewhere in here I should have a agglomeration plate. Hey, GG. It must be on the magic tab. There we go. An agglomeration plate. I'm also going to need some lapis, which is probably going to be there. And do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I don't think that the bricks are going to count. I could try it. Okay, so those are over there. I need to be I want to use the mana out of those pools, and I'm going to need to make sparks. And I don't, let's put it right here. That should be close enough. Let's put, is that right? No. Nope, I did that wrong. These need to be on the sides like this. Like so. We're going to try this with the bricks, but I don't think it's going to work. We'll find out here in a second, though. And then I'll just put the agglomeration plate down. And we're also going to need some sparks. I want some sparks. How did I get all this? Oh, I know how I got all that in my inventory. I just broke one of my crystals down here. Yeah. Oh, that's going to show through. Oh, well. A spark. How do I make a spark? I forget. I think it's just... Oh, so it's blaze powder, any 2 mana petals of the same color, and a gold nugget. So blaze powder should be... There we go, I got plenty of blaze powder. Actually, I'm going to get myself a couple more there, because I'm going to need to get a few sparks. And then I need some mana petals of any color. Same color. What do I got the most of that I don't really care about? Lime. I don't need lime. So if I make myself 5 sparks, I want to take 10 petals. And let's go downstairs. We'll throw this in here. Maybe get some extras. Oh yeah, there's 8. So there's 16 blaze powder from 2 rods. Nice. And yeah, gold nugget was in the middle. And then there we go. Sparks. 5 of them. And up and up. So that's going to go on there. It went on there, but I think that's just because it's the agglomeration plate. And then I'm going to put all 4 of these here so that I can get me some Terra steel. Might as well quickly automate this. Shouldn't be hard at all. I've only got 2 droppers left. Well, I need 3. And 3 hoppers. Hoppers? I should have hoppers. Yeah, I do. To make a dropper, I'm going to need some redstone. And some cobble. And I use a lot of these, so I think it's probably okay to just go ahead and make 9 more of those. I'll use them up eventually. Because I like to use these as just as buffer inventory sometimes. And then I need a open crate. That's simple enough. Open crate. And that's going to go on. Wait, that can't go there. Well, it could go there. Didn't seem to be affected by the spark, but that's okay. There we go, spark. You should be like right below there. Good. Then we do this. 1, 2, and 3. And then we go 1, 2, 3. And the way that I get those switched around, those turned around, so they're facing the right direction, is take a wrench, click them twice on the bottom side. Basically, the opposite. Basically, it rotates on the axis of the side that you're clicking. So 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Now all I need is a button. Any old button will do. How about a stone button? Can I get a stone? Ah. I was trying to scroll out of here. Scroll the material out of there, and sometimes it doesn't work. Especially when it flashes. Actually, I did get it that time. There you go. Good old stone button. I'm going to go on the middle there, because one button on the middle is going to send a redstone signal to all 3 of those. Now I just need some mana steel. I'll bolster these numbers later again. I'll have to put some of this stuff back. Need some mana steel, some mana pearls, and I'm going to need some diamonds. So mana steel, mana pearls, and I don't have any diamonds made up, or at least, oh, I might have a few. Yeah, I do. Some mana diamonds. Alright, and then we go boom. Oh, look at that. The living rock works. The chisel, oh, that's nice. The bricks work. And there we go. I got myself a piece of Terra steel. So next time we come back, I'm going to make myself a second setup of this stuff to charge up some mana pools. And there'll be a Elven portal up here, Elven gateway, so I'll be able to make those materials here without having to go borrow somebody else's. So I think that's where we're going to wrap this up, guys. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, be sure and leave a like, comment, thumbs up, and be sure and check out everyone else's channel here on the Primus server. The links are in the description. So I will catch you later.